How would you feel if your teenage kids were treated like this by a police officer on their way to school?
Out now! I waved you over and pointed to the side of the road. Why would he take off? Why would he take off?
My mom wants to talk to you.
This brother and sister were on their way to school in the morning. They encountered this police officer who appeared to them to be directing traffic. He drove in the direction that the officer pointed. What they did not realize was that this officer was actually attempting to pull them over for some asinine traffic violation. This officer, Tackleberry, immediately concludes that he's now involved in a high-speed pursuit.
You want to run?
Since he had directed them into another lane, they now had to pull into this housing development to attempt to turn around to try to get to their high school. But that's where Officer Tackleberry catches up with them, and he immediately yanks the brother out of the car, puts him in handcuffs, and into the back of his bizarre police truck. Then he angrily and aggressively confronts the crying sister.
Find his backpack, give me his license.
It's right there.
I asked for you to find his backpack and give me his license. Okay, set your phone there. We're not doing any phone calls during my traffic stop.
Eventually, he realizes he made a mistake, and he ends up sending the kids on their way to school.
I'm sure I'll get a call from your mom, but the nice thing about what I have is a body cam.
Let's go through that body cam. Deputy, you are more than just rude. You're more than just incompetent. You, sir, are a liar. Have you ever searched yourself on the internet or searched for someone else? I do it all the time to investigate people, both when I'm making videos and also in my law practice. And it's insane how much information there is about people online. And why is that? Because unless you've done something to prevent it, your private information is being collected and traded online by shady data brokers who create these shadow profiles on people that include a frightening amount of personal information. That private information is then basically sold to the highest bidder, where it's used by insurance companies, banks, businesses, and of course, the government. So how do you prevent it? I use a product called Incogni that not only tracks down those shady data brokers online, but they also have that data completely removed from the internet. And you don't have to be a lawyer to protect your information from prying eyes. All you have to do is sign up for Incogni and they do it for you. You check your dashboard from time to time to see the progress, and I've been tracking mine for a couple of years now. As of today, Incogni has located my private information with 715 different data brokers, and to date, they have had that data deleted with 649 of these data brokers, and 66 other demands are still in progress. So check out Incogni using the link below, or go to incogni.com/civil to get an exclusive 60% off. That's incogni.com/civil and use code CIVIL, or click the link below to take your personal data off the market. Now let's get back to the video. Now, there are obviously a lot of interesting body cam videos that come out of the state of Florida. This particular video was obtained by the YouTube channel Florida Cop Cam. And I definitely recommend checking out that channel because they come up with some crazy Florida body cam videos. And this one involves the Broward Sheriff's Office. It was just a normal Broward County morning. These two teenagers were just on their way to school in the morning. It was sort of stop and go traffic, and I'm not exactly sure what was going on here, but there appears to be some beef that this deputy had with this particular intersection where people were in the right-hand turn lane, but they weren't actually turning. I think maybe that's what he was pulling people over for, but he had, I think, several cars pulled over on the side of the road. And instead of doing it the right way, where he's performing a traffic stop on one individual car, where everyone understands when a police officer pulls up behind you, pulls you over, he's just sort of pointing at cars. And because it's bumper to bumper traffic, I can see how that would have looked like he was just directing traffic. So as this SUV with the brother and sister on their way to school, as they approach this officer, we can see from his body cam footage exactly what he did. He's actually being very vague about this. He just sort of steps into the road, and we can see by his shadow that he points at them, and he doesn't hold out his hand like, stop, I'm stopping you, or I'm pulling you over. He just gets their attention and points. And he does point in the direction of the far right lane of traffic. And so we can see as this SUV with the brother and sister, as it passes by, they don't appear to realize that he was intending to pull them over. They just drive into the lane that he was pointing at them. This gets the deputy super excited. He thinks he's in a pursuit situation now. And so he's going to let everybody else go, and he's going to run back to his ridiculous police cruiser.
You want to fucking run? Here, take that.
Which is another thing, because it doesn't even look like a police car. And what is the actual point of this hunter green police car, police truck that doesn't even look like a police truck? It looks like maybe the trash pickup crew, maybe even driven by inmates. But when you're in bumper-to-bumper traffic, I mean, you're paying attention to the cars in front of you, behind you, etc., where you're going. Yeah, there was a guy in uniform, but he's probably directing inmates, like picking up trash on the side of the road, or he's directing traffic, whatever. Not your typical traffic stop situation. So now he's, in their minds, directed them into the right lane of traffic, which is inconvenient for them because now they've got to turn around somewhere. So they pull into this housing development to turn around. This is a gated community with a security guard, but before they can turn around, the deputy has raced in behind them and pulled them over.
Stop!
He jumps out of his hunter green truck and he aggressively walks towards this brother and sister.
Car park!
And what does he do? Does he ask them for license, registration, proof of insurance? No. He just immediately orders the brother out of the SUV.
Out of the car, now! Out now! Out now! Face the car!
He doesn't ask him his name. He doesn't ask him any questions. He's just putting him in handcuffs roughly.
Call mom. No, we're calling no one right now. What?
And once he gets him in handcuffs, he walks him back to his police car, as if this is all just for show and not because it's necessary for any legitimate reason.
You can call my mom, no? What's going on, sir?
I pulled you over and you took off. I waved you over and you took off.
You didn't.
When a police officer standing in front of you and waves you over, I pointed to the side of the road and you took off.
I thought you were pointing to the open lane, sir.
No, not open lane.
I didn't know.
I'm pulling you over.
I didn't know.
Take off.
I didn't know,
Why are you coming in here?
I was turning around. I had to turn left to get to school.
Right.
Sir, I didn't know.
Got a wallet?
Yes, it's in my backpack.
Have a seat. You knew better. You knew exactly what I was doing.
No, sir, I did not.
Note that the deputy did not say anything to this kid that he was just being detained or that this was just a traffic stop. He was not asked for his license, registration, insurance. Instead, he was immediately taken out of the vehicle, roughly put in handcuffs, walked back to the truck, and put in the truck. In fact, he was frisked, which if he was just being detained, there would be no justification, in this case, to frisk the kid. Objectively speaking, just based on what the deputy said and what we see in his body cam footage, so far we have not just a detainment or a traffic stop, but a warrantless arrest.
You have a driver's license for him, ma'am?
No, I don't know where it is. It's here. It's not. I don't know where it is.
Why would he take off? I waved you over and pointed to the side of the road. Why would he take off? Why would he take off?
My mom wants to talk to you.
Sure. Is this his mom?
Yeah.
Hello, ma'am. Deputy Broward Sheriff's Office. How are you? Good. I pulled your son over and he took off on me. Yeah. Ma'am, it's not real hard when I step right in front of his car and point to the side of the road. You're not listening to me, ma'am. You are not listening to me. You're not you're. I need his driver's license.
I don't know where it is.
Look at the center console.
Gee, I wonder why he does not have the brother's driver's license. Perhaps it's because He arrested him first without even asking for his driver's license. Instead, after he handcuffed him, he frisked him to see where his wallet was and asked him where his wallet was, to which the brother replied, "In my backpack."
Got a wallet?
Yes, it's in my backpack.
Have a seat.
Yet Tackleberry walks over to traumatize the little sister, who's crying and has their mother on the phone. Then this rude cop, who obviously does not have a Florida or Southern accent, who obviously imported his personality from some northern state, demands the brother's ID from the little sister who's crying.
I don't know where it is. I don't know if he has a wallet. It's typically in his phone. I don't know where it is.
Okay, set your phone there. We're not doing any phone calls during my traffic stop. It's real simple. A police officer steps in front of your car and points to the side of the road, and you can see there's another car pulled over, correct? Can you see the other car pulled over? Yes.
Yes.
And then when I'm pointing to the side of the road for you, I'm not telling you to go into another lane. I am telling you to pull over. You go to North Broward?
Yes.
Then you should be halfway educated to know that when a police officer is waving you over and stands directly in front of your car and points to the side of the road, and then you start going over and then you take off. And then you pull into somewhere where you don't belong right here either.
Because I have to turn left to turn around because I missed the exit on Lions.
You missed the exit on Lions.
Yes, sir.
Wonderful. Then you could have did a U-turn right there.
I know, I was trying to...
So, where's your driver's license at?
It's in my wallet, in my backpack.
Where's your backpack?
It's in the back left
What you
seat of the
committed was a
car.
felony.
Still, the deputy says nothing about this only being a traffic stop or only being a detainment. This is a warrantless arrest, as evidenced by the fact that the deputy tells the brother, "You just committed a felony," and slams the door in his face.
His backpack's in the back of the car. You shouldn't be upset. You didn't do anything wrong. Find his backpack, give me his license.
It's right there.
I asked for you to find his backpack and give me his license. You guys go to a very nice school. It's very obvious when a police officer stands in front of your car.
You thought you were telling us to...
No, I'm not telling you to change lanes. As you can see, there was another car already pulled over. If I stand directly into front of your car, and point to the side of the road and start walking to your car as you pass me, that would be an indicator that the police officer is pulling me over.
Sorry.
Calm down. You see if she's got a license. Do you have your driver's license? You're the other car, he's doing the same thing. Don't cry, you didn't do nothing wrong.
I know, I just...
Is this your brother?
Yes.
You need to have a serious talk with him how to drive.
Now, I asked this question as the father of a 15-year-old daughter. Would it bother you for this rude stranger, grown man, to get into your car with your juvenile teenage daughter and drive anywhere with her without your knowledge, without your consent, without your permission, much less lecture her and make her cry?
How old are you? When I get done with you, you can explain to your mom how an officer stands directly in front of your car and points to the side of the road and I start walking up to your car after you slow down and pulling over in front of that car, and then you take off. No, you have no common sense then, okay? You have no common sense. A police officer would not stand in front of you and direct you to another lane to drive. It's obvious because the other 5 cars I pulled over did the same thing. They knew what to do, so we're going to call that common sense. My 16-year-old son who has a learner's permit and my daughter, would they know exactly what I was doing? Corbin. What's your name? Coben? There you go, Coben.
You know, I grew up around rural Florida, where in the countryside, it's just like here in West Virginia. People are extremely nice. You can go somewhere in real Florida right now, in rural Florida, and just sit in a restaurant and listen to how people treat the waitresses in that restaurant. Do they say please and thank you? Are they pleasant and polite? Or are they bossy, know-it-alls? Are they rude? Do they treat the waitress like garbage? Some of you will know exactly what I'm talking about. This is that kind of person. I know there's lots of fantastic people that move to the state of Florida that are not like that, but there are a lot who are like that. Just listen to what a complete asshole this guy is in every way to every person he has encountered here. And of course, he knows everything, especially because he has a son with a learner's permit. And having also gone through having a son become a new driver, I really despise this guy because they're completely inexperienced. There's a lot to learn. Not everybody is the same. Driving is dangerous enough already, much less dealing with the police stopping you in an unusual way. And it's sad to think we send our kids into that sort of environment only for them to be abused and mistreated like we see happening here. But at the end of the day, these kids actually did a great job here. At all times, they were completely polite and cooperative and probably not even aware of the fact that there was a body cam running the entire time. They made fantastic witnesses for themselves. Kids will make mistakes, such as not recognizing that he initially wanted them to pull over, but you really can't ask for much better behavior during a very stressful situation than these kids displayed here.
Now that I've properly identified you, I can take the handcuffs off. I detained you because you had no driver's license on you. Do you understand?
Wait, what? Now that I've properly identified you, I can take your handcuffs off? Like you said, fortunately for you, you have a body camera. So let's look back at that body camera footage to see if you're telling the truth right now, or if you realize that you screwed up and you're attempting to gaslight a teenager whom you just falsely arrested. The truth is, he arrested the kid before ever asking for identification.
Car, park! Out of the car, now! Out now! Out now! Face the car!
Call mom.
No, we're calling no one right now.
What? You can call my mom, no? What's going on, sir?
The kid was already in handcuffs and being shoved into the police truck before even asking him where his wallet was.
Got a wallet?
Yes, it's in my backpack.
Have a seat.
The footage proves that this ID detainment is a complete lie. He wasn't just detained, he was arrested. It had nothing to do with him not having ID or failing to produce ID when asked. He was never asked. He did have ID. It was in his backpack, but the arrest had already taken place. Then Tackleberry cooks up this lie about, well, you were only being detained for your safety because you were unable to produce ID. Deputy, you are more than just rude. You're more than just incompetent. You, sir, are a liar.
You're going to have a seat in your car. I'm going to write you a citation and send you down the road. This is going to be a lesson learned for you, Coben. Arm back. Look at me. It's common sense, Coben. Come on. Have a seat in your car. You're going to get a ticket. Okay, Coben. Here's your phones back. Here's your license back. Next time a police officer stands directly in front of your car, and points to the side of the road in front of the car that is already pulled over, you should pull over, not slow down and go to the right and then take off. You understand? Okay. You're getting this traffic citation guide for failure to turn right. The lane you're in is a right turn only. You can't drive up to those poles and stop and then cut in because you disrupt traffic. If you're in the right turn lane, then you got to make the right turn. You understand? Okay, put your seatbelt back on, go to school. Let this be a learning experience. I'm sure I'll get a call from your mom, but the nice thing about what I have is a body camera. It shows you slowly pulling over and then going. I don't know what your thought process was, but it wasn't good. All right, good luck to you.
He's sure that he'll get a call from the kid's mom because he knows that he was wrong here. He immediately arrested the kid. Then when he came to his senses, he attempted to undo that arrest and play it off as a traffic stop. Play it off as just a detainment due to ID. That was all a lie. While only reasonable suspicion of some traffic offense would justify a traffic stop, a warrantless arrest requires probable cause, a much higher standard. He opted to arrest this kid before conducting any investigation whatsoever. But it really shouldn't take constitutional explanations for anyone to see the major problems that occurred here. And that is that this guy is a bully, needlessly escalating, needlessly infringing on Fourth Amendment rights. And he's completely unprofessional on top of it. Also, as I explained, he's a liar. I can only imagine what else this guy has done. In fact, I saw on the comments on the original video, other people complaining about being pulled over by this guy. If you know of more, please send them my way. I wish I knew what happened with the citation. Maybe I will learn. Maybe they'll reach out to me after this video is out. If you want to follow along, you can subscribe both here and at the blog at thecivilrightslawyer.com. You can follow me on X at JohnBryanESQ. Remember, our rights don't end where your fear begins. Freedom is scary. Deal with it.